Hey guys, welcome back. Our fourth match about to get underway. SeekNStrike and with me here, PlayOfTheJay to bring you through the action. PRX versus BBI. We're going to be going to Ascent. Who's on defense? Remind me again, Jay.
Oh, well, we're going to be having BBI choosing defense first. So not quite their map pick, so they're definitely going to get that defensive side first. And I think so far over the course of this Royal Sea Cup, you know, we have been seeing defensive side really shining through on Ascent as we would expect.
Yeah, it's been a lot about the mid control, especially in Group A, attack all around. Even Vision Strikers here in our first match that we got to see them in, they were all about just lurking through mid, lurking through B, being nice and aggressive here. It's a little bit difficult for you to try and rotate away once you commit to a site. Once that utility is used, it's very important on a map like this. So I expect to see a lot of action there between these two teams here.
Yeah, and it's whether or not that they can garner enough information on their team members. And let's not forget, as we were discussing on the panel, ladies and gentlemen, this is potentially which could settle who is going to be the second team that's going to emerge from this group, assuming Vision Strikers, who have been looking absolutely scintillating, are going to qualify first.
Yeah, I think, I mean, hey, you never know, right? FPS, one single round, a few rounds going your way can really, really start to build quite the snowball effect here. Yeah. But from what we've seen, I'd be very shocked if Vision Strikers, because they've given respect to all their opponents, taking it nice and easy, and just playing for the win every single time. So that would be quite shocking here as we get into game. Taking a look here at our lineups, BBI, they're going to be the first defense, as we've said already. Breach and the Killjoy already. No Cypher interesting. Instead, they opt for the Jet, Sova, and Omen.
Yeah, and well, looking at this, the Killjoy definitely being a favorite pick that we've been seeing coming out here from BBI as well. So they're going to try and make it work here. And yeah, I think in some lineups, definitely taking the place of Cypher quite successfully, as definitely fulfilling some of those roles, especially on Ascent. But we'll see how it's going to be shaping up here. Didn't work out too well against Vision Strikers.
No, it didn't. It didn't. It's Oitan, though. That's going to be his favorite. To see if they can get it to work a little bit better than it is in their first match. We're already getting just defensively, right? You got to defend against those early rushes in the pistol round. You don't want to drop that first round and potentially even the second round for a silly mistake like that.
Yeah, the knock-on effect is just going to be so detrimental for these teams, really trying to do all the best that they can to take it away. But of course, now we're seeing the push coming down here through the lower mid side of things. They're going to be in front of Pizza, slowly clearing the corners here. Going to spot out the utility, but Neo King going to be able to get one tap there with the Sheriff.
Nice job there, immediately dropping back. Now, they have shot that door open, but we can see patience from BBI, not rotating anyone yet over from A, as they continue using plenty of utility now. Still not taking the bite, though. They know that they have mid control. It could very easily become a push back towards that A site through the catwalk. But in they go now to B.
Oh, the rotation coming in here. The defenders are really getting into the thick of things. They've dropped the spike here, but Brandon and Relta, they're going to get two quick picks there. And now this is going to be descending into a spam fest here through the cyber cage, but Redla going to pop up through the center of it. And now he's going to pick off one. It's a 1v2 here against Brandon. Not sure what he can do.
He's trying to close the door, Jay, but it's already been blasted through. They're the ones that opened that up, but there we go. Now down to a 1v1. Trying to spray through the smoke there with a Sheriff was a bit of a risky call there. 6 shots, and, well, it's not really the gun you'd be using to spray with. 10 seconds as the spike will be recovered now. Can they get the plant off? It looks like they will, so we're going to have to see a little bit of fighting over here. Oh, a little early, I think, on the paranoia.
A little bit early here. Not ready to take advantage of the space that's going to create. But, yeah, he's actually going to mind game his opponent a little bit. But, little does he know that he is going to get absolutely flanked here. Brandon, though, not able to land the shots. And looks like R.I. Pablo here is going to be able to take it away. BBI, just by the skin of their teeth, is going to take advantage here in this tie.
Yeah, nice job, and I think that duel just coming down to faster reflexes there. I mean, him turning around, equal footiness, and in terms of weapons, right, it's just missing that first shot, unfortunately, really costing him quite heavily. You do need to land those headshots in those scenarios, and now we could see that knock-on effect, like you said, really come in handy here for BBI, as they're going to equip for some anti-eco. Back, actually, for Neo King, back to the Sheriff. Okay, I like it. So, preferring to maybe save a little bit of money now, as I expect we'll see that Jet operator online soon.
Oh yeah, in round 3, definitely want to get it on time, and the response here is PRX going to be stacking up, trying to bring as many of those classics to bear here against the defense, but they are still trying to gather a little bit of intel at the start of the game here, and you can see there's not a lot of presence going on B. It's only going to be the presence of the Killjoy, but does have the Nano Swarm here ready to rock and roll.
And the Stinger as well, actually, which performs very nicely at this up close and personal range. With Jet into the site, they've not been scouted. Has the Nano Swarm, he's gonna catch 1 and 2 before he needs to reload. He's gonna get a 3rd with the classic, maybe even a 4th before they finally put him down. But NeoKing rotates on through with the Sheriff and picks off the last 2 members standing. There's the 2-0.
Oh, the choke point absolutely devastating against PRX, and yeah, that was not a lot that they could do, but they didn't check off the checklist, and yeah, they're going to be missing out someone playing at logs here, and that's really not working out in their favor. But yeah, the Stinger, really a good choice in these close-up encounters that just absolutely melt through the opposition.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of luck, as you say. They didn't check it, but Jet, hard to really check when you're dashing on through. I think really that comes down to the patience there on Killjoy, not to actually fire at that. Just take your time, bide your shots, find your shots, right? And call out to the team, let the reinforcements come in. You got to get the numbers advantage when you're attacking in sites in here on Ascent. But now 2-0, we got a full buy out from PRX, and this time they're going to try something other than B.
Yeah, let's see whether cool heads are going to continue to prevail for BBI, but they're going to be relatively scattered out here for this first gun buy, and now they're going to be taking that mid control, but it's kind of being relinquished here a little bit by BBI, not wanting to really stay too long in the middle of the park themselves. Instead, they're going to be gambling a little bit more on the A side of things, but there are 2 people ready here on the door side of things, and also Garden, but the stack is coming here on the A main. There's going to be an operator lying in wait here.
I like this. They fake with the smokes mid lane as a breach flash will come through. Careful with that Jet, as they will tag him through the box. Smoke to cover the retreat now. So reinforcements will be coming in. Killjoy rather, from mid lane. Might get peeked there by the Cypher, holding the angle, but the rest of the team now coming back over to assist in retaking the site.
Oh, and we're going to be having the numbers advantage still working for the time being.
Wow.
Oh, Poem and NeoKing moving in here. They're going to really shut down the attack. Just not able to even get the plant down right now. But there's going to be a couple of trades, but there's only going to be Retla who's left, and he's still got 2 players to worry about coming from tree. He's going to be none the wiser at that fact.
Left.
Oh, no way he gets his plant. It's only SMGs. They can't wall him.
Spike planted.
This is actually going to be an easy 2v1 situation, but no! Retla at least gets 1 down, and he's at least going to get the $300 for the plant.
Yeah, not bad. That adds up to for the rest of your team, right? So that turns into a cool crisp 1,500 in terms of your eco, and that can try and help. Actually, when you add that into your 2,900 that you get for your 3rd consecutive loss, that should be enough for PRX to hopefully full buy here. BBI as well, taking a little bit of the eco damage. They saved that operator though, so for the most part, they're A-okay.
Yeah, PRX definitely with those moves are going to have to be thinking about the longer game because, yeah, they're going to be in a little bit of a rut here.
They're going to go for
how
eco.
they want to try and deal with this is going to be a bit awkward, and you can already see that there's going to be at least 1 Sheriff being invested here. Actually, it looks like it's going to be the full spectrum as they really do want to try and do some damage here before the economy gets a little bit out of control.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult here. They have to try and just avoid. Wow, nice shot. There's the Jet getting a bit too aggressive there. I think the knives were out actually.
Yeah.
So the Blade Storm I heard and immediately shot down there trying to peek over towards the mid link outside of B lobby, but they have to try and guess wherever this breach is not, because the breach completely screws them over. Luckily, they've guessed correctly. 2 members trying to hold A, but the door will be shut. He actually tries to walk on through with the spray from the Phantom on through. Will pick up 2. The Vandal picks up a 3rd.
Wow, the spray's really working out wonders for BBI, but now there's only going to be Pandemonia that is left. Might be able to catch 1, but no, NeoKing is not even going to give him that chance, and that's a flawless round as BBI, they are completely stomping it here at the start. But again, you know, this is something that PRX can still come back from. They were on the eco round, but albeit they didn't do a lot of damage for all the shares they invested.
That must have been Rapablo tossing down that Omen smoke. It's always a little bit hard to tell when you have the same agents on both sides, but very great Omen smoke. He knew that they have pistols, maybe even scouted the fact they had sheriffs. We saw first round for NeoKing. You cannot spray through smokes with that sheriffs, so nice advantage there, and then it becomes a pretty easy 4v1.
And now it looks like we're going to see how they want to deal with this. But look at their aggression here coming out from King. No respect given it. Going to completely rush in. And that didn't even take 5 seconds here before BBI was all over the Singaporeans. And yeah, that was a little bit ugly to say the least.
My goodness. What an attack out from this Japanese squad. That, I mean, the buy round, or the high time was even longer. Really, this is a replay. This is the replay.
The replay is the buy. It's the score screen.
They just a very easy flash, and the aggression, as you say, they line up perfectly for the smoke. But most importantly, they had that. That was a set play, my friend, and perfectly executed. They played right into the hand of that. I think it's going to be maybe even back to another go round then.
Yeah, and that was really calculated on their buy round, and really that's gonna really put the spanner into the works there for PRX. They're gonna have to again go for the sheriffs here.
They've been scouted by Killjoy. Alright, so the turret is only going to see one at the very least, so they still don't have additional information. Omen lurking through the connector here from Catwalk. He's got to be careful for this double peek, though. He's got 2 members who can pick off the first one quite easily. That should be sight taken. Spike now going down, but the team rotating on through as they will get the trade there with the Phantom.
Oh, and at least the Spike is down here at the moment, but what else can they do from this? Currently, they are holding their positions as much as they can. 3-player stack coming up here for the defenders on the heaven. Oh, but Tree getting cleared out, and King getting the headshot on the jumping JD Faker. But now, there's only one left. Breach going to be all the way here in Wind, and really looking to try and use whatever utility he has remaining, but it doesn't look good.
No, to delay this, especially against people that are expecting him to be there. They're going to start the defuse. Oh my god, Bogachi, he was like, oh, I saw him. I heard those footsteps. And immediately they are able to coordinate and make sure they get that defuse. 6th round in the bag.
Oh, he's going to make him sit down straight away. And now this is looking very much like an Imperious lead. BBI is they are just really able to get the retakes on point when they actually get down here. But yeah, it has been few and far between for PRX.
Yeah, definitely, and they're gonna maybe change things up and get going with the operator again here onto Brandon. That didn't work out too well last time we saw him. The rush actually come through from mid lane to really never even get the chance. I mean, the buy wall went down. He was immediately flashed. Next thing you knew, he was dead.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Hopefully, he can get off to a bit of a better start here on the Jet operator, but unfortunately, it's not been working out too well. Knives being immediately killed the one time on the eco round, and well, the operator as well being taken out of commission immediately. So this time, we'll see what he can get done on our 7th round.
Yeah, kind of a U-turn or 180 for BBI in terms of this playstyle that they want to approach this. Of course, they're throwing PRX really off guard and going to be playing a bit more on the passive side. Look at how slow the advancement is from PRX. We've seen them have a little bit more of aggressive playstyle in the first match of the day. This is such a far cry from it.
Wow.
King is going to punish Redla for peeking down that lower mid side.
Yeah, that's a bit greedy, I would say. Especially, I mean, they do have the rifles, but you gotta expect. I mean, a Jet operator, you know, is going to be either there. They're going to be coming from outside of the B lobby, you know. So a bit aggressive there, but a nice pickup there for BBI rather is going to make this round a bit easier for them, as now the Jet will back off defensively. Ball's in their court.
Oh, and it looks as though they're congregating here onto the B main side of things, but look at the stack already coming out here. They have got plenty of utility on A. They're going to desert that for now. Oh, wow. Oh, now it looks like Rolling Thunder is going to be popping out. This is going to be the go sign, but we're kind of seeing the brakes being put on here.
Yeah. They Rolling Thunder didn't return as well to nullify that push there, so we're just about even. Rotation still not being made, actually. Omen maybe has the ulti, that's why he's still lurking over by Wine, but finally he's going to stop sipping on the wine, head on over as it is popping off in Boathouse. Bogachi is going to be able to draw him out long enough for King to land the off shot. Brandon will return the favor, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to do much more. Oh, the exit frag, nicely done. That's not the operator, unfortunately, but a good kill regardless, even when especially when you're playing from behind. A, you save that operator, and B, you force him to buy a bit more.
Yeah, it's going to do a little bit of damage here to BBI, but look at the bank that they have managed to build up over the course of 7 rounds. It's looking absolutely insurmountable at the moment here, but Brandon off the back of still having the operator, they're going to be able to have this full buy going in, so that's going to be at least something that they can deal with. They just have to try and not drop a player early on.
Definitely. Yep, we'll see how aggressively they want to peek here with this Jet operator yet again. Maybe a little bit of confidence now that you find a kill or two. And who knows, maybe that could be enough to change it. They have not scouted that Jet there. Just not get the peek, however, onto the breach. He was lurking on over aggressively, but they have the information now. And still no one rotating over. They know that they've not yet committed, not too much utility use, so it's not really worth going over quite yet. Now they might go for it. The Paranoia to force back Pagachi and Poem into the boathouse.
Well, and I think this is going to be a big overload coming in here for them, but Pagachi is going to be able to get the first one there, but it's going to be a two quick trade here, and now they're trying to take the back B side here. Ego is trying to land the shots. They're finally going to take down Poem. Now it's 2v2, but it's going to be a positive retake scenario here if they can really work it out.
So they got a great angle here onto market. They know that there's no way they're coming from B short quite yet, as we'll see how long it'll take. Repablo TPing up, trying to maybe just spam a few spots there, as you might get hit there by that utility coming out from the breach, but for now they're going to just bide their time.
And this is them just going to now use the appropriate timing here with the Paranoia. They're going to be able to take down Brandon. And look at the trade coming out there. Repablo here is going to be able to finish off Egoist. And PRX, what do they have to do to win around here?
Man, 8 straight. It's not looking great, but I mean, credit as well to BBI. That was a great double peek there, baiting him out with the footsteps of your ally to make sure that one of able to get the kill too many times, especially here around B site on Ascent. We've seen teams go for a 2v1 in which should be a definite win for them, only for them to peek one by one and end up missing out on the round.
Yeah, and not only that, you know, or peek out the same side. I think we've seen some shish kebab kind of scenario so far today, and yeah, they don't want to be on that highlight reel.
No, so, they don't.
You know, we'll see how things are going to shape up here, and we're already here into round number 9, and it's going to be another round that they have to play a little bit on the precarious side.
Yeah, Neoking's not forced back by this, so he might be able to lurk forward a bit, as there they go, just shooting the cameras. As in comes our Hawk Drone. On Hawk Drone action, however, nicely done. That's the counter to a Hawk Drone. Oh, but now, Hunter's Fury, it's a bit hard to catch him. Look at that, forcing out all of the movement, but 70 HP and a Dream blinded and killed by Neoking as well. And that's going to be, again, a 5v4 scenario. Another uphill battle for PRX.
Oh, Neoking just makes it look so easy. Usually you get tagged with a Recon Bull in that manner, and you know you're dead with the Hunter's Fury, but he dodges every single one of them. And now we're going to have to see a little bit of repositioning coming out here from PRX, but it's going to be a short push, it would seem, but there is still going to be the presence from Oitan.
Oh, that smoke not very well placed, unfortunately. 2 HP and a Dream now for Relta as they force it back out by this Omen with the spray control all the way on the pillar. Unfortunately, will not be able to get 4, but does get a 3rd before he drops. Now it's going to be down to a 1v4. He's got plenty. He knows that they're all in garden. He's able to at least take the site. Might do well to at least, you know, get the spike down and some additional money for your team. But again, it's looking like a 9th round for BBI at this point.
Yeah, and Brandon, he's going to go for it, sticks down the Cloud Burst, but this is going to be prompting the complete envelopment by the rest of BBI, looking to try and get him, but this is going to look like a little bit of a lost cause here. The best that he can try and hope for is try to take down one or two of the players.
He looked into health. That's going to be the operator down at the very least, so they're going to be forced to rebuy a Vandal, but I don't think you could have hoped for much better in this scenario.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's how it's been going a little bit here for PRX, but I mean, like, after the start, you know, you invested the ult, you know, from the Hunter's Fury to try and make some ground into B. It just didn't pan out, and yeah, I think that they're going to have to come up with some other ideas to really make some headway in this time.
That's amazing. And then that peak, I have to question that kind of charge in. I mean, maybe they were like, you know, maybe the call was, I lit her, Jet's lit, go get her, and he was just feeling a bit too confident, running on over, but there's plenty of support there. He knew there was at least a Sova. I don't know. I think you have to be aggressive against a team like this. That's how you get back into these games, but I don't think that was the right call in that scenario.
Yeah, and I think, you know, when we talk about PRX, you know, in the pre-game matchup discussion at the panel, you know, we're talking about they need to bring the aggression, but we're not really seeing enough of that here. But it's going to be a little bit unorganized, and it looks like Brandon here, he's going to dash straight in, gets taken down by Oitan, but now Repablo, he's going to be a great position, but not much he could do at that range against the Stinger. Now, does look like PRX will have a little bit of control.
Good one there. They actually wall one as well. Neo King up in heaven. It's going to be Egoist +1 versus a 2. Are they going to drop the ulti there? Maybe just to check if anyone's there. Careful for that shock dart. It's not able to connect. Actually, it does connect onto the breach as the spike will be being planted. They know that they're both up. Coming from Elba. Look at that. They actually connect the second shock dart, and they're not able to get the spray as well through heaven. There we go. Nicely done, but he is going to be stunned up for a bit. He's able to dodge out behind the boxes, but it's over. He's got the high ground. What are you going to do about it? Recovery in the operator. And it's going to be a 10th round for BBI.
Oh, great utility usage there. Poem just coming down from the heaven side, and the fault line proving to be decisive. And yeah, it's again, how many rounds have we had that BBI have managed to win at the skin of their teeth? So PRX really doing quite a bit of work against BBI, but just not able to get that final bit of luck there to go their way.
Man, shoutouts as well again to this Killjoy. I can't believe they even got a single pick. That was a hard and fast into A, blinded for about half of the round there. Still able to at least get a 1v1, delaying the push by that extra. Could have really been the difference maker. More bodies in sight, man. I'm telling you, it makes one heck of a difference.
Oh yeah, and I think, you know, the delay tactics coming out here, the paranoia, which just, you know, it's just going to delay entire pushes, proves why Omen is just such a valuable pick to really lock down the fort.
Indeed. Fault line making a bit of an interesting noise there out of one ear, but we'll see. They're going to be chilling in B. The Jet holding a very tight angle, not really willing to go any further as PRX, I'm not sure where they're going to go. It looks like catwalk is going to be the call in towards a link, but they are going to be very upset to find 3 members of BBI waiting here for them. Oh no, this could be bad. The paranoia is a good start.
Oh my goodness, look at the meat grinder as Rip Pablo and Oitan just going to absolutely tear through them here, but Oitan will fall in the end, and now we have Poem just trying to lock it down. He does have the Killjoy turret, but Rolling Thunder is going to burst out, but he's not going to hit anyone as he's going to see the dash all the way over to that B side as they try and take this 2v1 situation.
We still have someone here though, actually. I think it's the Cypher. Or is it the Jet? It's the Sova.
Yeah.
Sova out from BBI with the shot dart, trying to at least force him out. Nice job there, Relta, with the very aggressive peek, putting this at 2v1. This could be the first round as a spike about to get planted. Poem is going to pick up the Vandal now. Relta might be scouted out here. They're both not expecting him from this angle.
Oh dear, he might be able to get the jump on them. He's given away his position a little bit. He's waiting for the fault line to work wonders, but he is currently scoped on here by the last member. They're in the back house, but there's still going to be one on the boost. They have to be a little bit careful, can afford to take a bit of time here, but he's going to give away his position. Rella with the 4K. He's finally going to get around here for PRX as they get that successful plant down here at B.
Nice job there. Maybe they can try and convert this into a second win for them here before the switch. Unfortunately, the economy is in a bit of a rough state here. We do have at least all rifles and that stolen operator, but we only have light armor on 2 against a double operator lineup for BBI. I mean, it's just been BBI, man. The BBI show here on Ascent. We've seen some really one-sided games here today on this map, haven't we?
Yeah, Ascent really polarizing, and yeah, 10 rounds in a row. That is quite something. Maybe not quite as much as the 11 in a row that we did see a bit earlier on, but now looking at how this round is going to be panning out, the final one of the half here. Looks like Brandon will get the first pick. A good change here for PRX, but there's going to be the straight trade.
Yep. Onto your Omen as well, who's a very useful utility carrier for you at this point. The Cypher on attack, yes, stops the lurks, but unfortunately simply does not have the same amount. There you go, just scouting. Hello, friend. Don't mind me. Just stopping in to say hello. I see you're having a bad day, so I will leave and come back later.
Oh yeah, he's gonna say hello to them, and now someone else is saying hi, as Poem is gonna be able to shut down that idea as yeah, they're already going to be rotating all the way towards that mid side, see whether or not they can make new inroads.
We have one in market here. Relta, 1v1 here, as they do have the numbers advantage here. HP not in favor here of that Sova. He's also carrying the spike, so the team to rotate around to him. He could really use his help. Instead, they're going to lurk through A. Pardon me, that was not the Sova. That was the Cypher who was in mid-market. But he's going to delay, allow his team to set up here for the A plant. We'll see if they can convert a second round now.
He's going to hang out in hell here, see if he can get the dart, and he's going to be moving away straight away. He does not want to get wall banged through the floor there. Now there's going to be the two-person stack here. What can they do with this currently? PRX still going to have one person in tree. He's going to be able to close things in.
Oh, be careful though from Link. Oh, Poem will find one. BBI finds the other. Beautifully executed. How did they know?
Oh, fantastic retake, and they really took the time to really try and eliminate all the possibilities there. Did work out well here for BBI. Repablo is going to be pretty chuffed with that performance there, as now we swap sides here, and they are only 2 points away from getting the first map.
That's absolutely right. In these scenarios, it's so unfortunate when you kind of just... I mean, an 11-1 is essentially a 12-0, right? Considering the damage and the snowball effect that an eco round or your pistol round has. So it's going to be full buys from here on out from PRX, and we'll see if they're able to convert here. If the attacker side really is what makes a difference, I'd love to see some aggression come through here. You know, it's been BBI all day here in terms of on Ascent here in this matchup, and we'll see if they can mentally reset here and get the ball rolling.
Yeah, and PRX, they have looked good when they have chances to exert that aggression. It won't be as natural here, but hopefully it will be offset, of course, by the kind of map differences that we could have statistically. But now we have 3 players pushing here for BBI down the lower mid side of things. They do have their dark cover to work with, and they're going to actually just be waiting their time out, as currently it's still going to be that one player always playing by the spawn side of things.
Yep. Good flash there, but the smoke to counter as they will have control over mid-market rotations. No one's actually in B site. They were expecting them to maybe rush through mid. So they're all the way back, but look at that. Where are you going? There we go. That's how you spray through smoke, not with the Sheriff.
Oh, and this take here onto B might be good, but there is still going to be that numerical disadvantage here. PRX could really take the time to try and eliminate all the possibilities. We are seeing the darts here just not going to land. They have 10 seconds before another recon bolt might be available.
Yeah, good fault line. It's not going to connect into anyone. Great opening by Oitan, however. That's going to make it one less member to deal with as he's going to get a second one. What is going on? Finally, they're able to put down the Killjoy. It's down to a 2v2 as well as Topogacci as well. From the box, able to make it happen. In Boathouse, I don't believe what I'm seeing. BBI are able to hold on.
Oh my goodness, that 3v5 push, or rather defense of that post plan was absolutely sublime coming out from BB. We wouldn't have given them too much of a chance there.
No.
It's always going to be a difficult proposition.
I was going to say, they paid quite a heavy price to take that site, especially with the jet down, and you know, there goes a lot of your smokes, a lot of your utility, but it didn't end up really making that much of a difference in the end.
Yeah, and look at the contributions here from all of the BBI players. I think everyone has been standing tall in general. So this is really a team effort, not one single player really going to be waiting in for this one.
It's a good start from PRX. It's not going to really give them too much intel, but they're going hard and fast. They know that they've got the anti-eco load up as we're on board with JD, and he can't even see much. He will at least be able to continue to fight here. As BBI, they're already in sight, and they've already taken control.
Oh, this is not looking too good here. They might be shut out. Neo King is going to be able to take down Pandemonia, and now it's only going to be 3 players coming out here from the spawn side. But look at the chaining here off the Cloudburst, and they got no choice but to go through it. It's not looking good. There's only 1 player left here. Redla, I don't think he's going to be able to do it alone. Attacker's going to win this one out, and we have our most one-sided map of the competition, I do believe, here with the 13-1.
That was very surprising. I think we all thought going into it, these two teams are going to be the closest match. I think of the group, this is going to be one of our closest games, but no, it's a 13-1 here. My goodness. I mean, and like you said, a team performance from everyone here on BBI. We see Oitan maybe wasn't on the ball there in B, but they made a very early call to rotate over to A instead. I really did like that early call out from BBI to try and maximize that defense side of it. I mean, it paid off. 11-1 is one heck of a victory.
Yeah, and I think we did see quite a number of different setups coming out from Oitan as the Killjoy. I think a lot of the time was spreading out the utility across the site, so it wasn't very much focused on one particular area that generally you would see Killjoy getting those kills and whatnot. So I think overall, you know, it's still going to be a value contribution, and I think BBI is definitely one of the teams that we've seen here at the World Sea Cup that is successfully using Killjoy.
Yeah, that's definitely true. It's most certainly a favor Royton. It's either going to be the kill or the Raze. However, we got a different Raze player for them now on the roster, so that's been deemed unnecessary. So it's nice. Just besides the Cypher all the time, isn't it? We've seen how the Cypher can be played. We know how powerful it is. Killjoy as well used to be kind of OP, kind of gotten balanced, right? And it's nice to see a little bit of a different agent in the pool.
Yeah, and I think, when we consider, that everyone, kind of knows how to play against Killjoy, other teams, they're still going to bring that factor in that, okay, that there's still going to be stuff here, but it's still going to be usable. And it's just like the Cypher tripwires, even though people can find them out, I mean, they're still going to fulfill their purpose at the end of the day. And yeah, everyone is probably sick and tired of seeing Cypher anyway, so they want to try and bring something new to the table.
That's exactly right. Be the change you want to see in the world. You want more Killjoy? You got to pick more Killjoys, isn't that right?
Yep.
But I mean, just look at the stats. BBI, excluding their loss earlier versus Vision Strikers, Ascent is their best map, especially on defense. They've won, again, before that Vision Strikers match. They've won 2/3 of the rounds, all rounds they've played on defense on Ascent. That's a very, very impressive rating. So I think that was going to be their map pick, and a very good pick indeed. So we'll see. It looks like we're going to be heading over to Bind next with PRX on the defense.
Oh yeah, so I think when we have a Bind coming into play here, it's going to offer these teams that little bit of balance that they like to have to be able to exert their play. It's not going to be as polarizing as we see on Ascent, and definitely not like Split. But I think we haven't even seen a Split being picked out here by Group B.
No one really likes to go for Split. I mean, we've had Portalize and Opilions. Gideon, not a fan of it. I'm kind of in the same boat in terms of playing. I do think it's really fun to watch, but of course the players might have different opinions there. But yeah, I mean, what do you think? What do you think they need to do here going into the second match? Obviously, it's got to be a reset. All right, guys. FPX, that was their map. Let's go to our map now. And how do you think they need to change?
Well, I think FPX, they have to go back to the basics of what they are good at, and that's definitely going to be having those very cohesive site takes that worked so well for them when they played against RSG in the first match. And when we consider the abilities that they have, it's really then going to come down to the gunfights. But so far, BBI does look good for it. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to breather here at the caster desk, and we're going to toss it back to the analysts. And when we return, we'll be back for that second match on Bind. So you're listening to SeekNStrike and PlayOfTheJay. We'll see you in just a little bit.
Welcome